Hello everyone, it's Dan here, and I'm sorry for the recent lack of uploads. This last week I haven't really been doing much Japanese. I think it's about time for me to get back into Japanese. I haven't really learned any new grammar for quite a while. I happened to get my book, my Tobira book. So I'm going to unbox this book and then I guess I'll try it out and see what I think about it, and hopefully it'll be useful. Although I did hear that it is completely in Japanese, so hopefully I'll be able to understand that. Anyways, let's get into it. All right, let's open it up and see what it's like. I'm a bit worried that I won't be able to understand it because it is, again, completely in Japanese. But I've been told that you can get into this book after finishing Genki. Most of the grammar that I know is from Genki. So, I mean, I'm hoping that I'll be able to read it, but I don't know that many kanji, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to understand everything. All right, so here it is. Oh my, this is nice. 上級への扉. Oh boy, this is a very nice book. It's quite big, so I'm guessing that it'll last me for quite a while. I love that feeling when you open up a new textbook. It's just so satisfying. Okay, so the first one is 日本の地理. All right, let's see if I can read this. 下の世界地図のシルエットの中で日本がどこにあるかわかりますか？自分の国はどうですか？探して丸をつけなさい. Okay, I was able to understand all of that. And I've actually already seen this task because we went through it on one of my lessons at university. I think I've seen... Okay, I'm gonna go to the second lesson because I've seen some of this stuff. Oh, actually, I've never seen this dialogue. Let me see if I can understand it. All right, well, yeah, there wasn't anything I wasn't able to understand. This keitai, I would have read that without the furigana. Moshimasu, well, everything aside from the names, because names are kind of difficult. Well, Kobayashi is pretty straightforward. So I guess it's not nearly as hard as I expected it to be. I honestly expected that it would be pretty hard for me to even like understand the tasks and to be able to follow along. But no, it's pretty good. So I guess I'll just do some studying with it, and then I'll tell you about my thoughts. See you in a bit. So yeah, when I said see you in a bit, I actually meant see you in 1 month because it took me that long to finish the first chapter of the book. Mainly just because I was being lazy and didn't really spend as much time learning Japanese as I used to. But in any case, I'm gonna give you my thoughts on it. So the first thing I have to say is that this is the perfect textbook to pick up after you've finished Genki 1 and Genki 2. For some reason, I thought it was gonna be much harder, but this is pretty easy. At least it was for me. I was able to understand everything with relative ease. You saw me read some of those dialogues before, and I didn't really see any kanji that I didn't understand or any words. So yeah, this is the perfect textbook to continue your journey learning Japanese after Genki. The structure of the book is pretty good. They first give you some simple tasks. Some of them you need to do in a group, so I wasn't really able to do those, but I don't think that's a problem because it's just a few tasks here and there. Then they have the dialogues along with the vocab to each of the dialogues, and I highly suggest that when you read those dialogues, you read them out loud and actually practice your pronunciation. That's what I did, and I think it's helpful just to practice your reading. And also when you're reading out loud, you can immediately tell what mistakes you're making, but when you're just reading it in your head, you might make a mistake and not even notice it. And then after the dialogues, they have the grammar section, which is very useful. They explain the grammar thoroughly, and they have example sentences for each of the grammar points. They don't really give you the translation for any of the sentences. But to be frank, I haven't seen a single sentence in here that I could not understand myself, so I don't think that's a problem at all. It does not teach you kanji, but to be honest, I don't really think that you need a textbook to learn kanji. I've been learning Japanese for over 2 years and I've never had a kanji book. The only kanji that I've learned were either from Genki, and there are about 300 kanji there, and all of the other ones I learned just from the internet. So I do not suggest getting a book to learn kanji because you have all of the resources online for free. There's the website jisho.org, for example, which is very useful for learning kanji. That's pretty much the only thing that I use. I find some kanji in various texts, and then if there's a particular kanji that I see multiple times and I think that it is useful, I add it to my notebook. And that's about it. So I think Tobira is a very good textbook. If you've just finished Genki and you don't know what book you should get, you should probably get this one. Although almost a year passed since I had finished Genki 2, so I've studied quite a bit in that time, and maybe that's why this book is easier for me. Although I've heard other people say that this is a good continuation to Genki. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Tobira. I hope you found this video useful, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye. I'm sorry for the recent rack of uploads. I'm sorry for the recent lack of uploads.